Alrighty, so muzzleloader shooting far left, which I expected it to. Um, I changed bullets, but anyway, so if you look at your muzzleloader, any rifle at all, the top turret here, that is your elevation. The side turret right here is called your windage. So your windage is left to right, right to left. Your elevation is north to south, up and down. So for us, me right now, I'm shooting left about 6 to 7 inches. So, and this scope here is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. Right now I'm shooting at 77 yards. This is a muzzleloader. This is not super accurate. And to be honest with you, I don't know how I've ever killed anything with it, but somehow I've managed to kill a lot of stuff with it. And I still to this day, I do not understand it. But you take your cap off. Now, like I said, I'm 6 to 7 inches on paper, targets here, and I'm over here, you know, 6 to 7 inches. So I need to move it right. So if you look here, you'll see there is a left. See how that's moving? Turn this way to move it left. Well, we need to move it right. And one click is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. With it being a muzzleloader, we're gonna just rough it and say 1/4 inch at 77 yards is good enough because, well, let me explain this. The Revolutionary War took place with blunderbusses and muzzleloaders, okay? If we would have had revolving rifles and we would have had even just single shot pistols, that war would have been over in 38 minutes. But since we had these fine mechanisms here, it took years, okay? So, but anyway, so we need to move the windage to the right. We need to move it, let's just say 7 inches. We're gonna overcompensate because it's a muzzleloader, and the more shots that you put in the barrel, the more fouled up it gets. So to decrease time, cleaning and everything else, we're gonna just go ahead and say 7 inches. So 7 times 4 is 28. Let's go ahead and move it 28 clicks to the right. So left is clockwise. Let's move it counterclockwise. Here we go, 28 clicks. So to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 18. So you can sit right here and you can watch it click. Watch it. It'll 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. So a 1/4 inch. So a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. What that means is, if you're shooting at a target at 100 yards, you shoot at it and let's just say it's to the right, 1 inch. In order to move it to the left, 1 inch to be in the center of that target, you need to move 4 clicks, okay? If you are at 50 yards with a 1/4 scope, you have to move it now 8 clicks, okay? Because at 100 yards, it's gonna double that distance. That's what MOA stands for, minute of angle. So when you're looking at scopes and things of that sort, or rads, you're gonna see this terminology. But for this right here, the fact that this even goes off is a miracle of God himself, okay? So we're gonna put the cap back on it. I'm not a long distance guy. I've shot some long distance stuff. Been very fortunate to be around people that are really good in that game. But I'm a 100-yard guy, okay? Let's just shoot 100 yards, call it good enough. So, but again, here we are. we're with the muzzleloader, so it's muzzleloader season. Rut's in, so we're having fun. All right, if you're new to black powder hunting, don't do it. Just stick to bow and rifle. But here we go. Get you some Pyrodex pellets right here. So these are 50-50 pellets. They're for 50 caliber muzzleloaders, which is what I got here. And they are 50 grains a piece. So each pellet is 50 grains. So I shoot 100 grains of powder. So just open it up. Doesn't matter which side orientation. It used to. The old style did, but evidently the new stuff doesn't. So here we go. You drop it down in your rifle. Just drop it like that. Okay. I've already shot once, so it's really good and disgusting in there now. But then you're gonna take your super over expensive bullets like this one here. For some reason my gun likes hollow points. I don't know why, but you're gonna take it, you're gonna set it down in there, push it with your hand, pretty much make it almost flush. Then you're gonna take your ramrod, and for me, I gotta use the extender on it. Take it, and then you're gonna take it and just kind of push it. And they make ball starters for this, so you don't lose a finger. But I kind of like the challenge of life, I really do. So you're gonna take it, push it down in there. Now, what I like to do is just use a piece of my shirt, take it and really lay into it. Okay, so I know that right there, that's about where it should be. So we'll go ahead and put our ramrod back. I'm just tightening it back up. And then right here, and then dropping it in there. All right. And now we want to go ahead and put our primer in there. You take your primers. This is what they call a 209 primer. It's what they use in shotguns. See that primer right there? Pull it out. Okay. Now I'm not supporting any of these brands or any of this stuff. I'm just doing this for somebody that's just getting into hunting and don't know how to do it. And your primer goes right in here. We're gonna pull that out. That's a spent primer. And the primer, all it does is just detonate the charge in there. So now we got our new primer. And you can tell in there, that right there is the breech plug. Remember, the powder and everything is sitting right in here with your bullet. So you put it in there, close your breech, now you're ready to shoot. Okay. I hope that hit exactly where I think it did, because that's awesome. All right, so now we're down to the target here. So as you can tell, trying to get so right here was the first shot. That's the first shot, and that's about seven inches there. Okay, so I adjusted it 28 clicks, and it center punched it here. Now it looks like I know what I'm doing, and I absolutely do not know what I'm doing. But I do know that with the rangefinder, this is at 77 yards. With the muzzleloader, The furthest deer I've ever killed with the muzzleloader was at 78 yards, and it held true then. So the fact that I used a Revolutionary War rifle and center punched a circle that I was aiming at means that the next animal I shoot at, it's probably going to hit it in the foot. There's probably a good chance for that. So, but when you're doing your target, excuse me, when you're doing your targets, something good to do is make a bunch of different targets of different sizes. You know, so I got an X up here, I've got a square down here, I got circle, circle, but they're all divided up. You know, as you can tell, they're all divvied up in different sections. I've used tape, especially with night vision. I've used tape before because it reflects really good, but something that just stands out, you know, so you ain't got to use a spotting scope. So something you can just look down through the scope at 9 power or 18 power, whatever you're shooting at, and you can tell there's something different right there. And you ain't got to come down here, walk down here, drive down here, get on the 4-wheeler or the truck, whatever. So I hope that helps somebody. If you're new to muzzleloader hunting, I hope that helps you. If you feel, you know, like you're kind of, you feel like you're not, you know, you keep shooting and it's not getting any better, welcome to muzzleloader hunting. That's just how it goes. But for me, I've had a lot of really good success with muzzleloader hunting, and it used to be my most favorite time of the year. Late muzzleloader season was my favorite time of the year, but I just took some 1-inch. I just took some 1-inch square tubing. I had for a welding project, and took a box. It's actually the box that the powder and primers and the new bullets come in. So I just cut it up, put it down here, and there's your results. So you got, you know, first shot, second shot there. So yeah, so pay attention to your turrets on your scope and obey them, and they should help you out a bunch. And make sure something else too, make sure that the scope is fitted for the rifle. You don't want to put a rifle scope on a muzzleloader because of the recoil. Recoil will mess up. I'm not exactly sure what it does to the internals, but I know they don't like it. So make sure you have a scope on your muzzleloader that can handle the recoil, and you should be good to go. So good luck to everybody, and I hope that helps somebody, especially somebody that's new to the game. All right.